Hello, everyone. It is I, Gina Luisa, here once again this morning, just to help raise the vibration of our collective consciousness and help raise the awareness as well of our collective consciousness. We are in the end of October, this last week of October. We're coming up into the end of October. And the energies are they're like, look, this is the way it is. We're either going to keep with the program or you're out. It's like this way or that way. They call me, there's no middle ground here. There's no more, well, you're going to put me off forever, or you're going to lie to me forever, or like we're done with all of that. We have laid the ground rules. This is the way it is. And those who want to keep to, no lying, no cheating, no stealing, being good to one another and godly people and living clean, wonderful lives can have abundance and wonderfulness, right? But the people who want to lie, cheat, and steal and be greedy and selfish and filthy and all of those things, well, they're just going to be left outside. Because that's where they are. They put themselves there. They don't want to be accountable. Those of us who follow the rules, because God has certain rules of living well. And then those people who want to live without any rules at all, well, there they go. Off they go see how that works for you. This last week of October, it's like there's the crossroads, there's the two ways to go. You're either going to walk God's path or you're going to walk, no rules, devil path, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You're going to walk a godly path or not. There are no two ways about it. The separation has changed, okay? Everybody's feet have walked. You've done it. You got to look at it. If you want to change where you're walking, you better do it right now, because that great crack that separates the two worlds. All right, God is watching, and it has been watching. Okay, and every choice you make, you don't get away with it. You can't lie and cheat and steal and think you're gonna, I don't know, be selfish and overlook other people and whatever it is, however people live. You can't live that way in the realm of the goddess. It's just not acceptable. We don't accept lying here, cheating, stealing. We don't accept, wrong behaviors. There are certain rules to behavior where we have to live right, hitting and biting and kicking and screaming and all of those things that be rotten to each other. We don't accept that here, not in our realm, okay? We don't accept selfishness here. We don't accept, we don't accept stagnant filth, where you just, when you go to, here's what it boils down to. People will ask for help, but they don't want your help. What they want is for you to enable them, to continue to enable them for you to enable them to continue to live in the condition that put them the way they are in the first place. Okay, when you want to help someone, you're going to help them to live a better way, so that they get them out of that condition they're in. Requires living differently, requires living better, but when you go to help someone and they don't want your help, they just want you to enable them to live the bad way. We just try to help, and there are rules in our household. We have to live a certain way to be sure that we're making progress and not being taken advantage of. But they wanted to be enabled. They wanted to take advantage of what they wanted. They wanted to take full advantage of the fact that, they didn't see that it as help. We wanted to help themselves, you see. Without taking anything, we just wanted to see them progressing and not wasting their income every day. We asked them, or we told them that to be here, that income that you make every day needs to be saved, okay? And then any income then you'll start having, an accumulation with which you can afford to be independent, to have an apartment and pay bills. We're trying to teach them, but they told us to keep our effing nose out of their finances. Well, then how are we helping you? You don't want to help. You want to live here free of charge and then go along and keep off spending all your money every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. That wouldn't be helping you. That would be enabling. You see what I'm saying? Like people say, okay, can I live with you because I'm in this bad predicament, and then they come in and then they just keep going off doing all the bad things that got them in that bad predicament. Like they don't want to improve. Let's help you improve yourself. And then they give you a ration of shit, pack up and leave, and call me bad for asking them, not asking, for telling them that to be here. We want you to give us your money, but I don't want to keep your money. I'm going to save it for you. They blew up at me. They wanted to give me money. That's what it was. They offered me money, but they wanted it to be like rent. Like, wait a minute, wait. No. My house isn't for rent. It's not for rent. I don't have a for rent sign. Like, you said you needed help. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to turn my house inside out for you. But I'll do it because I care. As long as I know that you're making progress, that you're going to, well, I don't want money from you, so long as I know you're saving your money. But then I see them blow money. But wait a minute. So, like, I'm using all my money to support you, all of you, and you're blowing all your money every day, not saving any of it? Wait a minute. No, that's not how it's going to be. See? It's like when you swim out as a lifeguard to save somebody who's drowning, and then they start, clawing at you and biting his kid, and they're pushing you under, and you shove them away, and you save yourself. No sense in both of you drowning, right? Now that guy's going to drown anyway because he's flailing and panicking, and no sense in killing you too, And that's really how it was. It was like you're disrespecting our animals, our plants, our cleanliness, our quiet. Up all night screaming and yelling all night long, and no respect for we're elderly here, very, very elderly above us, below, and we're all elderly above 65 here. We live a certain quiet, peaceful, good existence here, and it was not respected. Your own peace has to come first, people. Okay, you can't try to help others, and then they're going to pull you down to where they are. Now they're going to filth up your house. They're going to get yelling and screaming and in a bad atmosphere in my household. No, especially, and all of that we tried to put up with if they were progressing toward getting their own place. But they weren't. Had no intention of it. Had no intention of it at all. I just wanted us to keep enabling them. And you can't do that. And I know a lot of you are going through the same thing, and on the same token, okay, then I have on the other side, okay, there are those people close to my heart who always, who do right and do good and just are going through physical ailments, Maybe they didn't take such good care of themselves, and younger kind of ignored it. Well, no, I don't have to do that, and no, I don't have to do that. Don't worry about this, and don't worry about not eating right, not exercising, and then finding out that, geez, there's a lot of things wrong with me on the inside. Well, I don't want to be like, well, I told you so, But if I didn't eat right and I didn't exercise, then I would be just as sickly and unhealthy as the other person, And if I didn't spend my money on the right things, and if I wasn't self-disciplined save my money, keep my place clean, and then I wouldn't have as I do. If I didn't treat myself as a divine being, I wouldn't look like one, and I wouldn't speak like one, and I wouldn't exist as one. Huh? The choices we make daily, the atmosphere we carry with us daily, these are the things we actually are. You have to, I know it's a tough, that crossroads. Oh my God, go look at my reading go look at my reading. Because it's exactly what it's at. The strength to hold one's own. This is very emotional, because you love these people, but they won't do right. You can't do right for them. They have to do right, but they have no intention of doing right, and they get in your face if you even, they accuse, and then they turn around and get venomous at you for asking them just to simply do right with their lives. We're not going to enable you to do wrong. We're going to help you if you want to do right. I'll help you if you want to do right, but I won't enable you to continue to do wrong. We all need to, that's what the end of October is. I will help you in every way that I can if I see that you're earnestly doing right. Yeah, I'll help you. Do right. But if you have no intention of doing right and you just want me to enable you to continue to do wrong, outside my realm, you have to remain. The crossroads of the end of October. We have to choose. Right? Know that you must choose. Every minute of every day, right? Your world is how you feel. You have to consciously change your mood for your own self-appeal. See, if you're not liking the way things are, you consciously have to change those things in your life. Then, okay, I don't like, how I feel, or my body is too this or too that. Then you consciously, well, then I may exercise and eat right, and get up in the morning, get the light on you, go to sleep early at night, let yourself get a full night's sleep so your body can repair itself all night. Make sure you eat all the right nutrients so you're giving your body everything it needs to repair itself while you're sleeping at night, right? And then when you wake up, you'll feel better and healthy and good, right? Instead of, oh, I feel tired and my body hurts and and it's our choice. I choose to live a divine life, and I cannot allow anything in my proximity that doesn't also live as a divine being, because that's what we are. We are a divine spiritual being having this human experience, and we need to bring our divine essence into our human experience right here on this earth. And if you want to be in proximity to me, then you must also live divinely to raise up your vibration to greet me here in the realm of the divine. I love you. I just want the very, very best for you, okay? I never ever want to take or take from. I just want to take care. I love you. We'll talk to you real soon. Take care of yourselves.